Hey everyone, welcome back to Why Rotaract, a podcast series that is done by the Rotaract Club of IIT, where we sit down with former board officials and just talk about the memories and the moments and even the experiences that made Rotaract much more than just a club on campus. Today we got someone really special with us here today. He led the club through 2023 and 2024, and we're super excited to finally have him on the show. Please welcome the past president, Rotaractor Atheeq Asmi. We're really glad to have you here. So, how are you doing?
I'm doing alright, thank you. Thank you for having me here. And it's something new, something exciting.
Yes, are you a little nervous?
I'm speaking at a mic after a really long time, so let's see how it goes.
Let's see how it goes. So, let's start with a question at the beginning. Like, when you first joined IIT, there were multiple clubs and societies, as you know. What caught your attention and what made you choose Rotaract as the club that you were going to go into?
So we had this, I forgot what you call it, investiture or something.
Orientation,
yes. So yes, there were multiple orientations. I went to a lot. There was IEEE and so much more. But then one thing that me and my friends experienced was that everything was really repetitive. They were like, okay, this is what we do, this is our club, and so on. And you have to pay this membership and you can join us and then find out what we really do. So, and then when we went to Rotaract was the orientation with the biggest classroom as well. So then I was like, okay, this seems interesting. And then the way they introduced was not formal at all. So it was very informal, very friendly, very family-like. And they explained everything on the spot. So there's nothing to be hidden from us, and everything was free as well. So we as the Rotaract Club of IIT is a club that does not charge membership fees as well. So back then during COVID times, we couldn't ask payers so much money as well. So all of us were like, okay, let's join Rotaract. It was really fun, and the projects, they showed a really nice video. It was led by Rotaract at that time. So it was really exciting, and that's what made me and my friends join the Rotaract Club rather than any other club.
Yes, it's really interesting that it got you through the projects and the things that they were actually doing, and it made you understand what you were going to do in the future, even being a member of the Rotaract. So it is that you have done over 70 projects in Rotaract while you in your year. So I just want to know, was there ever a moment where there was a project that made you think, this is where I belong, this is where I should be?
Yeah, so we've done countless of projects, small, big, and I would say everything had big impact. So whether even if it's just a normal online game, it was mostly targeted towards new IIT members. So it was fun for them, so it was impactful for us. So, but then what made me really happy and what made me feel like, okay, this is where I belong and this is my reason to be doing Rotaract was this project Young at Heart. So it started during my term as a director, which was the year before my presidency year, so that would be the year 2022, 2023. So I was the sports director, and at that time, so we initiated this project called Young at Heart. It was where we provide free medical consultation and medicines to underprivileged villages. Alright, so completely free of cost. The cost per visit would be over 2 million, and that was completely fully partnered up by doctors and all of that. So our role was pretty simple. We just spoke to these villagers, made sure, okay, we found a good village, and when we were there, so it was just another project, so we did not know much about it, but when we were giving away free medication and free consultation to all these people who have never even been to hospitals because of the fees, they were so grateful to the point that they were crying, and they were ready to bow at our feet and all of that. So at that time we were like, damn, we are like gods to these people.
Yeah.
And that really touched all of our hearts, and that's one project that has a really close place in my heart, and I'd say many other board members during my time and theirs before as well. So yeah, I'd say it was Angan Hunt.
Yes. I think that project might have been really special to you, seeing their reaction towards how grateful they were for the opportunities that you all were opening up to them, since it's actually going about the costs and then it's really not easy for people, and the fact that you all had done such a great project.
And it was not, I'd say it was not our effort at all. It was one of my co-directors when I was a director, and also my assistant secretary during my term as presidency, Nikki Shatkanarika. So it was all her effort. So she was the one who got in contact with these doctors and got these contacts and arranged this project. It was all her effort. So I can't take credit for it at all. So it was all her, and her family and all of that.
Yes, I think credit is due where it's due. So I think that was kind of a project that made you think this is Rotaract is for me.
Yeah.
So was there ever a project that you had organized that made you feel like the same way that you felt during that project?
So in terms of organizing, I'd say that would take me back to my term as a director, because that was when I organized project firsthand. Yeah, I did not overlook or guide anyone. It was just me doing my things. So the project, I'd say it was IGF, IIT Gaming Fest.
Oh.
So that project was, I'd say, a big pressure, because the years before, the directors who organized it before, they did it in huge scale, so they did it massively. And the year before that we were unable to organize it due to some issues and whatnot. So because of that, so during my year as a director, I wanted to organize that project called IGF. It's an open esports tournament, and open to everyone, free of cost, and it was ranked as well, island ranked. So that was the pressure point to us, because everything had to be on point, because there will be Sri Lankan ranked players who are playing and whatnot. So thank God, I'd say we got a title sponsor called SimCentric. Alright, so they were ready to partner up with us, and they provided their venue at Orion City. So that was a huge venue.
Yeah.
And we were able to get over 1,000 gamers over there. So we had multiple games. Yeah, we had PC, we had console, we had mobile as well. Everything was there. And so not just me, even my in charge at that time, Ruben Flandon, so he was the secretary at that time. He was the previous sports director. So he guided me, and with his help we were able to pull off. That was a project which we did towards the end of our year.
Okay.
So during that last quarter, there were a lot of downs, I would say, in other projects. So I'd say IGF was a project that lifted everyone's spirits, and the board was also very thankful for us for ending it off on a really good note. And the funniest part about IGF was, until the day of the tournament, we did not have anything in terms of PC, consoles. We did not have anything. Me and Rumet, we were going to our friends' places till 2-3 a.m. Asking them for their PCs, because we had a sponsor. They backed off last minute for they were to provide us with the setup. So we did not want to give up or postpone the event. And till 3 a.m. we were knocking on doors, asking laptops, gaming laptops, your consoles. We were somehow able to pull it off. We were praying it doesn't go down the drain, and everyone was happy. Every game was really happy. They were like, that was one of the best tournaments they ever played, which they did not have to pay.
Yes.
And we provided them with beverages, everything. So without much money as well. It was all by SimCentric, the title sponsor. So huge thanks to them. And that was the best project I did, I would say.
I mean, since I also have noticed that there are a lot of gamers in IIT, and it's kind of I won't say the generic, but like there is a lot of developers who do go into gaming a lot before, as like a free time hobby kind of thing.
Yeah.
So it might have been like really helpful for them not be having to like go for a tournament, like actually like pay anything and just be there, all they just have to is be there. So I think that's a really like amazing project that you all pulled off, because I think even I've heard about it.
Okay.
So like not being very silly with the Rotaract, but like amazing stuff actually, really. So among the past presidents, I'm pretty sure like everybody like knows you really well, and like even you're here. So today, you were awarded as an almost outstanding president in your year. Congratulations for that. And when you're serving as the president of an inter-club of this scale, I'm pretty sure there were a lot of questions or barriers that you had, a lot of issues that you had to face. I would say it wasn't, I'm not saying that it was like it's not all flowers and, right? You're always going to have issues. Every project is going to have like something. So how were you able to navigate yourself through all of this?
Okay, so...
Oh, might as well adding, also being an undergraduate at that time, doing your coursework and everything would have also like put on to that stress pile.
Definitely. I'd say, so me and some of the members from my board, we had one strict policy in terms of, so along with me there are a few other Muslims as well in our board. So one thing we always focused on was really keep our religion first, God first, always pray, and then whatever you step into after that, it'll be smooth.
Yes.
So even if there were issues, we took it as learnings instead of mistakes. I'd say we never made any mistakes during our year. It was all, we just learned a lot of things. Alright? So that was first. We always prioritized that first. And then came our personal values. So of course, we can do projects like other clubs, of course you might say, I don't want to mention them specifically, but we don't have to do projects like that and put our club's name down, because end of the day we are not a community-based club as well. We are representing a university. Apart from that, I'd say we as a person, we have our own name and our own image to take care of. So you can't ruin that or tarnish that at all. So we take that second. So never ever do something that would tarnish your name or the club or the university you are representing. So we took that seriously as well. And from my personal experience, I'd say I always tried to do things and find solutions my own way. I did not want to go and ask help from others, because I believe I got this opportunity and I want to make full use of it. I want to learn things by myself. I don't I could ask for help and then make it a success, but I'd prefer losing by myself than winning, asking someone's help that way, that would have a big impact on me and I could learn something much more valuable. But worst case scenario, there were a lot of people who I reached out to. So there was Yasiru Jayapis, who was my past president. He was in the UK at that time.
Okay.
So he went there for his final year. So he was a software engineering student as well. So he went to the University of Westminster to continue his final year. So, and he was really busy there, so he had to do like 2 jobs and to manage the expenses there. So I did not want to disturb him at all.
Yes.
I know he was, despite that, if I called him, he was always a call away. He always answered despite the time. So huge thanks to him. He always guided me. Anytime there's an issue, even before I asked, he was able to tell there was an issue and he reached out personally. Plus Rumet as well, the secretary, my in charge, weird guy, but he was always there to help as well.
Weird
he
but
was
helpful.
Weird but helpful. So that guy was there. He's still there. Once in a while giving life advice and whatnot.
Okay.
There was Sandun as well, the vice president when I was a director. Sandun. There's Chamindi, the editor, Hansini, who was the sergeant at that time. Swati, she was the treasurer, and I'd say the person who nurtures the board.
Yes.
You know, she has that motherly thing. I don't know. So those are the people I always
think
reached out
every
to.
group has that motherly
Yes,
figure that's
and that
like
is
taking
Swati.
care of everybody and like,
Exactly.
please don't do anything irrational.
That's Swati. So yeah, those were the people who I went out to, and apart from that, there were other past presidents as well. So Markin Ayya was there. He was the president. Yeah, so, 3 years before me.
Oh, wow.
And then the president after him, Induvaru Ayya, was also there. And the president before Markin Ayya was also there. So I was in close touch with all of them. And during my internship and my third, that was when I was the president.
Yeah.
The sergeant during 3 years before me, he was working with me. So that guy was also there to help me. His name was Dulita Iddavada. So Dulita was there. There were so many people guiding me, and even though I wanted to do things my own way, I always ended up getting help from them even without having to ask.
Yes.
I don't want to ask. I don't want to disturb them because they did everything they could to finish Rotaract and get out of it because it was a hectic ride. So I didn't want to bring them back into it, but they were always there to help. There was a time where all the past presidents got together and helped me pull off a project as well. Huge thanks to them. There's one president I forgot to mention who is, I'd say, one of the biggest backbones of the club to where I'm standing right now. I'd say Vimukti Ayya. He Vimukti Ayya, and before him there was Tariq and Tarif as well. So, but personally I only interacted with Vimukti Ayya. He really, wise person. Vimukti Ayya,
Just one word, wise person.
Wise person. Vimukti Ayya, Indora Ayya, Markin Ayya, Pasan Ayya, everyone is there, Yasiru, everyone is there.
You had your pillars to say.
Yes.
It wasn't just a group of people, it was just a whole lot of people that were just holding you up to getting where you got. And I'm pretty sure from the results that you have curated, I'm pretty sure that has been everybody's achievement.
I wouldn't call them pillars. My pillars are my board, I'd say.
Yes.
But then they were the people who showed me the path.
Guided you.
Yeah, they guided me. But pillars, always my board.
Okay, yes. But like, I think it is very important to take help when it is needed, and even having people to guide you through that path was, I think, very helpful for you. Even if it would be hard for them to reach out to you, I think in that way you would have been really grateful for them for like at least noticing that you are struggling, and for them to come through and be like, I know you're struggling, let me know how I can help you. So I think that would have been really impacted you in a way.
I'm still grateful for them.
Yeah, I can see the gratefulness that you have when you're talking to them by mentioning each and everybody's name. It's something like I think you cannot forget and just pass by.
Yeah.
So, I mean, I'm as being the president of the Rotaract Club of IIT, how did, after being the Rotaract Club of IIT, the memories or like the things or the lessons you learned helped you in your career or even in your personal development?
So, while being a road tractor, you don't necessarily have to be a president or a board member. So, as a road tractor in general, you get to meet a lot of people.
Yes.
You get to, speak in public. You get to improve a lot of your skills. A lot of projects. So, our self-development, professional development, that avenue is still there, right? Yeah. So, those projects are really impactful. And, as a member, if you go for these projects, you get to, like, the speakers themselves are coming from very influential backgrounds. Yeah, so after a session, if you just go say hi to them, drop them a connection on LinkedIn, that goes a long way. So personally, even right now, the job that I used to do during my internship was something that I got through Rotaract.
Oh.
So it was definitely through Rotaract. Plus, apart from that, even if I want to switch, even there are all these past presidents that I mentioned, all these board members, not just within our club, but within the Rotaract movement in Sri Lanka as a whole, everyone comes from really good backgrounds, so really good positions in companies and whatnot. So Rotaract is a good platform to not just develop your soft skills but also your career as well, definitely.
Yes.
So in terms of getting a new job and the skills you gain through Rotaract, you can definitely use them in your career as well.
Right.
Because during my term at my previous company, they had a lot of presentations, they had a lot of events where you had to go out and speak there, present something. And I'd say along with me there were 2 other Rotaractors as well within my board who were working with me. So it was most of the time us who had to go out there and do that, because they know us.
Yes.
And during work as well we do Rotaract stuff, so we get calls and the team notices, okay, this guy is doing something else. At times they might be thinking I'm working somewhere else, but then it's just Rotaract, and then they were like, okay, then this guy can do this. So yeah, people tend to notice your skills, and your skills are definitely valued at your career as well, whatever you get through Rotaract.
Yes, I agree. Having that connections and everything do get you a long way. Not in the terms of like advantage, but like just knowing people and how to get to people.
Definitely. Now you see how saturated the job market
Yes.
is, right? You can't just go apply.
Yeah.
You have to go through a referral.
Yes.
So knowing a lot of people. So name a company, we might know Rotaractor there.
Yeah.
Okay, so that is how I apply to places as well. I encourage others to apply through that method, and yeah, you have a high chance of getting hired.
You have a high chance of getting a job.
Definitely.
So like, I'm pretty sure there are like leadership principles that you kind of live by, that you learn through being a president in the Rotaract Club. What is something that to this day that you take it to heart and that's something you stand by that?
Yeah. One thing is always stick to your word. Okay, that I'd say that's it. Alright, just stick to your word, whatever it is. And once you make a promise, don't go behind that. Because of course there are other principles as well. But what I stick to the most is sticking to your word. That is number one. Because even if it's just once that you go back on it, you're done.
Yeah.
The trust others have on you, they will not trust you the same, they will not look at you the same, and word spreads like fire here.
Yes.
So stick to your word, and I'd say just don't pretend to be someone you are not. Be yourself and do what you feel is right.
Yeah, your authenticity and being true to your word is something I think everybody can live by. Even though it doesn't seem that hard, sometimes I feel like it's really hard for people to be authentic. I think people do tend to be like, oh, somebody has to like me because of that, I'm going to bring up the persona kind of thing.
That's why I always say, under promise and over deliver.
Yes.
That way it will be easier to stick to your word as well. And if you're putting a little bit more effort, you can deliver more than what you promised as well.
Yes, that's really good advice. Like even forget about Rotaractors, but I think personally that's like really good advice to go through. So out of everything that you went through your time as a Rotaractor, not as the president of Rotaract Club of IIT, but as a Rotaractor, I'm pretty sure there was a time that you felt that was just so vividly like engraved in your brain that you were like, I will never forget this. Was there ever a moment like that for you? I feel like that's quite a hard question.
Yeah, because there were countless memories like that, so I can't just point
You
out
can
one.
come up with one that just like straight up came into your mind when I said that question.
There is one.
Oh, there is one.
Yeah.
Okay.
So during Rotary Year, so that was the year when Rotaract Club of IIT won the most number of awards,
Oh, wow.
28.
Okay.
So that was massive, and so we have this thing called the district assembly.
Right, yeah.
So at that time was when the upcoming president-elect was appointed as well, and he had to choose his board as well.
Okay.
So that was where I was.
Oh, okay.
And he was like, okay, all of us have to go to this assembly because this is the place where you new people, like the new board of directors, we get to see what where our club stands. So even before we won the awards, we knew, okay, we are going to win this much.
Okay.
So they were like, you come, you see what IIT is, and then you decide whether you want to stay or not.
Okay, yeah.
Okay, and then we were like, okay, cool, it's good. And then he was like, okay, and then after that we might, stay with the entire board as well, with the past presidents, the past board. We might go to, maybe some past president's house and we just have a dinner and, stay there, just speak about things and the upcoming plans. And Yasir was like, okay, this might go on till the next day morning.
What?
Okay, and we were like, okay, cool. No worries. And we were like, we got permission from our parents and whatnot, and we got permission to stay over.
Okay.
We don't even know whose house. We did not know anything.
Wow, or they just leave. Tomorrow I'll be home.
Yes.
That's all you'll be.
And we went to the assembly. We want to attend the entire assembly from start to the end. It was always Rotaract Club of IIT, Rotaract Club of IIT. We were also just standing up from our seat clapping. We did not get time to sit as well.
Oh, wow.
So by the time we were done with it, it was 11, 12 a.m. At the assembly.
Okay.
Because after the award ceremony, we have a thing called the huddle, where our board, they go to the car park or someplace, make a circle with ourselves, put the awards in the middle, and we just speak out, the good times we had, the bad times we had, whatever it is, we stick together. And that was something really nice. A lot of people cried.
Oh.
The new directors, including myself, we were like confused. Okay, why are they so emotional? Until our time came, the 2 years after. So that was there. And then for some reason we went for dinner at Pilav's.
Oh,
and
wow, okay.
by that time, everyone was like, okay, let's go like home. We were like, what about that thing? Then Yasir was like, no, sorry. Yasir was sick actually. He had to go get admitted in the hospital. So because of that, he had to, and everyone just vanished like that. So me and a couple of other friends, to name them, it would be Suedan and Paksharan. So the three of us, we were confused because we told our parents we won't be home, and they just locked the door and they were asleep.
No,
and it was
now you were stranded.
Yeah, it was 1 or 2 a.m. midnight. We did not know what to do. We can't stay on the road. And we did not know the boat really well as well. So we can't ask them, can I crash at your place? We did not know anything. The only people we knew were the three of us. And our parents are all asleep. So at that time, what we did was we just walked to this place called Stripes Pool Parlour back then.
Okay.
So it was a pool parlour in Bamlapitia. We thought it was 24/7.
Okay.
Once we went there, it wasn't.
Oh no.
What we did was we put up, so we were wearing blazers and all
Right.
that. Took the blazer, put it on the floor, and we just laid down there. Alright? And then for some reason, Sweden was uncomfortable. All of us were
Uncomfortable.
Yeah, and then we got up and we tried to find a place to at least sit and wait. We couldn't stay in Pilavus because it's crowded.
Okay.
And then we found this place, Potluck. So we played pool, so Potluck is, now it's no more. In Google Maps, it was 24/7.
Okay.
We went there.
Put it out there, it said 24/7.
It said 24/7.
Okay.
Once we went there, it was closed.
Oh no!
We did not know what to do, and we were it was like a 3-4 kilometer journey. We were like just walking around with our blazers. People must be thinking we are weird. And yeah, we were like lost. And then it was still 2:33 a.m.-ish. At that time, we were like, okay, let's just walk back to Pilavus, since Pilavus is 24/7.
Yeah.
We just go sit there and wait till morning.
Morning.
And when we were going, I still remember to this day, there were people, so when we were passing Potluck, we saw it was closed. Even though it was closed, there were people locking it.
Oh, okay, okay.
And the people who locked, they had like a bag, like a goniac.
Okay. It's becoming very crime-like.
Yeah. And Taksharan is the most innocent out of the three of us.
Okay.
I was like, Taksharan, they are chasing us. Let's fill our hands. So yeah, Taksharan started running. Me and Suredan were like, end of the day so we ended up in Pilau somehow. We did not have much money as well. It was still 3 a.m. He got 1 Milo. 3 of us sitting in a table with 1 Milo, drinking 1 sip at a time so that they don't chase us after that. And we were there with a little bit more mile left.
Yeah, just a little bit.
Yeah, and then luckily there was a mosque in front of the house there. I love the mosque. And so we had this prayer at around 5:30.
Right.
So at that time they opened the mosque.
Oh,
So
okay.
we were like waiting, and when they called for prayer, we were like, okay, Dan. I was like, they're not Muslims. I was like, come, let's go there. Then we went there. I prayed.
Okay.
After we were done, it was still 5:30ish. We
Okay.
were like, let's sleep there. It was
Okay.
carpeted,
Yeah,
there's
yeah.
fan, there's AC. Let's sleep. We slept. And after about an hour or something, someone came and woke us up. We thought, okay, we are done. Because Aksharan had like weird stuff on his hand as well.
Oh,
He had a
no.
lot of strings and all that. So we were like, okay, we are done before. And then they woke us up, gave us tea, buns and all of that.
Aw, that's really sweet.
And they were like, you eat it and go back to sleep. And then we ate, went and slept, they put the fan for us and all of that. And at around 7 a.m. we went back home. To this day, no more.
No one knows until today
Yeah.
in this podcast, if you watch it, you know
Yeah.
that he was stranded in Bubbles Pitya. But like,
it was something I'll never forget, my goodness. Every time I meet someone new, they ask, okay, what's the best experience you had with Rotaract? I wouldn't say best or worst, but the most memorable is this one night.
yeah, it doesn't have to be best or
Yeah.
bad as long as it's like vividly you can remember everything that happened on that day. And I think even I would remember now.
That was a crazy night.
That's crazy. So there are current members who are thinking of joining, people who have joined. I'm pretty sure all of them are like trying to balance studies and commitment towards Rotaract, right? What would be a word of advice that you would give to them from your standpoint as a Rotaractor?
So truth is this, I wouldn't say prioritize your studies more than Rotaract
Yeah.
or Rotaract more than your studies, because I know people with first class Dean's List degrees who don't have social skills. So when they're at an interview, even though they have like everything, even better than a senior developer, they can't even have an internship because they can't communicate well. They
Right.
can't, speak to someone.
Right.
And they don't have leadership skills or anything. So because of that, I'd say that is something you can gain through Rotaract. So but then never prioritize Rotaract too much as well, more than your studies. What's the point having all those skills without an educational certificate? Then no one would even want to hire you. So you should have a 50-50 balance. To be honest, there is never 50-50,
50-50.
but just make sure you give 100% to both, okay? To your best of abilities, and you can so even we have meetings. So whenever it comes to meetings, Rotaract meetings, we push them to the night.
Yes.
And during the day, after lectures until like 6 p.m., we try to complete all coursework and everything. And one thing that I'm really grateful for is, we try to help our board of directors. So the EXCO tries to help. So, our EXCO, I don't think we were much of help to our directors, but they were really smart.
Yeah.
They were really smart. So they don't even reach out to us for help. We were like, and they managed to get really good results as well. But then we needed some help. Me
Yeah.
and my directors, Rumit, Yasiru, they were always there. They are really smart people. So when it comes
But it's
to
always okay to reach out when you
Definitely.
need that.
So they always helped out, and there were courseworks which we were clueless about, where they pointed it out and they were like, okay, this is how we do it. One thing, they never did anything for us
Yeah.
because they wanted us to do it. So
Yeah.
this is how we do it, go and do it. And we were also thankful for that. We were able to complete everything. So what my personal advice is never prioritize one more than the other.
Yes.
And one more thing, during this whole, so the second, third year of your university is the most hectic part, and that is when you get this Rotaract thing as well.
Yeah.
So what I'd say is, just because of this, don't neglect your personal life as well, because that you won't even have time for it. But spend time with your friends, your family, even if it's like an hour or two a day, and then do the rest. Even if you get like a normal pass degree at IIT, whatever university, if you have the connections, the network, and the skills to present yourself really well, that is more than enough. You can succeed in life. That's Right.
So I think that's how Rotaract is going to be for, that's what you can get from Rotaract,
Yes.
being a Rotaractor. So I'm pretty sure you have experienced that, for you to give that as a word of advice for them to be like, don't make this your first thing,
Yeah.
but then again, know when to prioritize and what to prioritize and how to
I
manage
know
that.
people from like other clubs who prioritize Rotaract as if it's life. And
Wow.
like, why? So, okay, you do what you want to do, but
You wouldn't recommend that.
I wouldn't recommend that. There is a time. So during your time as a so in our club, since our degree is only 4 years,
Yeah.
So during these 4 years, your first year as a member, second, third year as a director and exco member, fourth year, I'd recommend you put your full time into studies. You know, because you already spent 3 years
3
in
years.
Rotaract, so just leave it aside, focus on your studies because with your final year and all that,
Yes, it's going to be hard.
it's
It's hectic. Really.
So what I'd recommend is, so these people from, I know people who are in Rotaract, that's like, okay, Rotaract, I would give my life for Rotaract, my entire day. What I'd say, my philosophy I follow is, okay, I got 2 years, 1 year as a director, 1 as a president. What I want to achieve, I should achieve it in this period of time. If I can't, I wouldn't want another year to prove myself.
Yes.
Because I already got this time. If I can't prove myself, okay, that's it. I don't need another year. So, thank God I was able to do
Yes.
everything during my year, but yeah, those who are unable to, it's fine.
Yeah.
There is more to life.
Yes.
There is so
There's
much
a
more.
movie like, learn when to let go, kind of. You'll be like, it's okay, if it's not for you, then
There
it's
are
fine.
some friends of mine as well who are still in and like, why?
They were like, please, maybe it's time to move on.
Exactly.
But no, I think that is actually something that's hard for people when they feel like they have something to prove. They do get lost in the need of trying to prove themselves. So I think that would be really good advice for young Rotaractors who are just joining to know it's okay, things can happen, and I also need to learn to move on.
Yeah.
So, and to close this podcast, why Rotaract? If someone was to come and ask you, why Rotaract? What would be an answer that you would give to them? A little bit of a thinking to do there, but
I'd say so Rotaract is a really well-established movement with
Yes.
Rotary and all that. Yes, there might be issues, depending on the year and depending on who governs it. But it's well-established, and it's a term which is not just limited to Sri Lanka but internationally as well. You attend you meet someone abroad, then there is a decent probability of them knowing what Rotaract is. Okay? And of course, if they know what Rotaract is, they definitely know what it does and what you gain from it.
yes.
So when you join Rotaract and the skills, and so it's mainly community service, yeah. So whenever you join Rotaract, okay, you are someone who puts others above yourself.
Yes.
And that is a characteristic people like. As a person, if you have that characteristic, you are to be seen as a good person.
Yeah.
People want good people in their life.
Yes.
So if you say, okay, I'm a Rotaractor, they're like, okay, they might have a good image, bad image, whatever image they have, they know, okay, this is a movement where you get to do things like this and all of that, plus you gain skills.
Yeah.
So I'd say if you become a Rotaractor, you can use it to your advantage later on. When you meet new people, you meet international people. So recently I was having a meeting with someone from the US.
Oh wow.
So they asked what you do. What did you do during your free time? I was like, I was doing this thing, Rotaract. Like, Rotaract, that's really interesting. We do Rotaract stuff here as well. I'm like, okay. And then that was
The kind of conversation that you all wanted over.
Exactly. And then I was shocked too. I did not even want to do that because I don't have any other answer. I was like, this thing Rotaract. I did not expect them to know
yes.
what it is, but then they knew. And I believe that is something a lot of people tend to neglect, They give everything to Rotaract, and Rotaract is not a one-way street. You can get back as well.
Yeah.
Just use it wisely. Don't misuse it, and use it to your advantage. Just say it out. Add to your CV, to your resume. Just add whatever you did as a Rotaract.
Yeah.
Those skills are something that hiring teams really look into. So yeah, that is why Rotaract. Unlike any other club that's very techy,
that's why you wanted to join Rotaract, and why
right.
Rotaract became part of your life.
Yeah.
So, well, we're closing this conversation. I told you there was one final question that I had for you, but like a huge thank you for you for making it today and for being here and telling all the stories that you told. It's inspiring and funny both.
Yeah.
I completely loved all those stories, but I have to really give you a huge thank you for all the inspiring words that you have said today that I'm pretty sure would help a young Rotaractor find their way through Rotaract. And also from this, Rotaract is much more than just a club. It's a place to make memories, to gain experience, to gain people, to trust people, to learn to be with people, I think. So it was really nice meeting you and talking to you. So yes, so that's a wrap of today's episode. We'll be back soon with another episode of Why Rotaract. Until then, take care of yourself and we'll see you soon.
Thank you.
Thank you.